guys? Welcome to episode number 15, week number 15 of Books and Brewskies. We are opening up new book, new month. We also got a new beer of the week. We'll introduce that first, and Shane's going to talk about the book. Anyhow, we are drinking a Tivoli Brewing Company Helles Lager. It is a golden hued lager with a crispy light mouth feel, and mild sweet finish. This is their first flagship beer. The Helles Lager is what started it all. Its rich golden hued appearance marks it as a true tribute to the first German-style lager. Easy drinking, perfect for sunny weather, afternoon parties with your friends, or watching your favorite team. A little summertime. We're getting close to summertime. It was like 85 degrees today, but cloudy. I don't know if you noticed that.
It was.
Anyhow, it's it styles a Munich lager, 5.1% alcohol. Best with spicy food and football. It's available year-round. Tivoli Brewing Company in Denver, Colorado. They're down on Auraria.
Let's go.
I don't remember if it's Auraria Parkway or Auraria Street. I think it's Parkway. Auraria. Yeah. They're over across the street, or just near Pepsi Center for you guys that are here in town.
Yeah.
You can get it on tap or 6-pack cans. And it also says it's best served in a Willy Becher glass. I don't know if I said that right. Somebody correct me.
I like it. On the back of the can here, we got with 150 years of brewing in Colorado. Let's go, Colorado. Our roots run deep. I like it. Holding true to our German heritage, we continue to lager our beer while embracing modern techniques to enhance it. What is it?
Painstakingly.
Yeah, painstakingly, yeah. Craft our beers over 42 days to bring out the true flavors of each recipe, because we believe that beer has a soul. And I was saying this is I like how they take those 42 days that they actually have passion towards building their beers and like brewing their beers. And they have this quality product, which is good because nowadays everything's about quantity and not quality. So I like that.
So
it's awesome.
For you guys that don't know or haven't been on our website, we have opened up a new review page. So each week, Shane and I are going to be reviewing the beers. We're going to rate the beers. And so I think we went back to, the last 3 or 4 beers we've had. We have a rating on them. And so this week, we are rating the Helles Lager. I rated it a 4 out of 5. It's out of 5 stars. And with that, it kind of, encompasses all of what we think of the beer. So, if we think it's a shitty beer, we're going to rate it a shitty beer.
Yeah.
If we think it's a good beer, it's going to be a good beer. Now, Shane said the beer kind of has to blow his socks off to be a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
And so
it's got to be that beer.
I thought this was a 5 out of 5 beer.
Yeah.
But, thinking about it, you're right. It doesn't blow my socks off. Now, a beer, I will tell you right now, a beer that would blow my socks off, and a couple people that listen to this are going to know what that is. It's Blood Orange IPA, but not the Blood Orange IPA we had from Tommy Knockers. It is from Rails End Brewing Company in Broomfield. I'll have to get some. Maybe, I don't know, if Derek Vandervelde, if you're listening to this, maybe you can hook it
I'll
up.
have to look at it.
Not sure, but yeah.
This is a 4 out of 5 though for us. This is a good beer.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. It's a really good beer. But yes, go to the review page, check out the reviews, start reviewing some stuff. We have book reviews on there too if you're reading along with us, so that would be good.
Another new thing we're starting, and we've been working on it for a while.
Yeah.
You go to our YouTube page, hit us with that subscribe.
Yep.
I said subscribe really weird. That was a hard word.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Hit us with that. But we're also doing full-on beer, instead of just doing our usual podcast videos where you see the full hour-long video of our podcast, you'll see 4 or 5 minute clips.
Beer of the week.
We also got our book of the week clips. So if you're just interested in listening to us talk about beer, you can watch the beer review. You can leave a comment, whatever it is that you want to talk about on there. If you say, hey, you guys suck and you don't know anything about beer, feel free. We'll take that constructively.
I like it.
I'll probably tell you to fuck off.
Everyone's got their own opinion.
And same thing with the book. If you like that book, if you have a book recommendation, I know there's a book that's been recommended 4 or 5 times. It's Relentless. We're going to read that. We'll get around to it. But yeah, there's going to be...
we have our playlists.
We have our playlists on the YouTube page that basically have everything. So
book of the month.
Yeah. So we're gonna have the book of the month, the introduction to the book. We're gonna have our beers. We're gonna have Shane cooking naked.
We'll have our life playlist. We'll have our episodes playlist, and then we'll have Monday motivation on there. So they'll give us like a good variety of. You guys can check that out,
and you guys can follow what you want to watch. You don't have to sit there and watch our 45 to an hour long podcast. If you just want to hear some beer and hear Shane get drunk, you can watch that. Now, a lot of you guys don't know the whole joke behind Shane getting naked is he likes to show his butt to everybody. So if there happens to be a video that comes up and it's like, oh, the life behind Books and Brewskies, and you see Shane's ass, it's pretty normal.
That's just life. But going off the rest of this, I like it though. So check us out on YouTube, our webpage, everything like that.
Booksandbrewskis.com. Find us on YouTube, Books and Brewskis. On Instagram, at Books and Brewskis. Basically, everything is Books and Brewskis.
Yeah.
Go like us on Facebook too, I guess. Should I put hashtag adness because we're literally just hyping up all our shit.
I like it. This Helles Lager, though, at the end of the paragraph is what started it all back in 1859. So this has been a long, long time.
I'm gonna do math.
Its rich golden hue marks it as a true tribute to the original Munich style of lager. Yeah, I really like it. Like I said, Christian rated it 4-star. I rated it 4-star. We have a full 4-star rating for this beer. You guys can drink it. Tell us what you rate. But
this is random, but drinking this just now, so I had a sip of it. All right. And if you guys have ever had a true vanilla bean ice cream, the aftertaste literally tastes like the aftertaste of like a Dreyer's vanilla bean ice cream.
Really?
That's what I'm getting hints of. So for you guys out there that are big ice cream connoisseurs,
in a way,
you'll get a little hint of that at the end. Shane says he can feel it. I don't know what he's feeling, but I sure can taste it.
I like it though.
Hell yeah.
It is good.
It's really good. I like it.
Yeah.
So Shane, let's move on a little bit. Let's talk about the book.
Let's get to the book. Month of May, my birthday month. By the way, what are you gonna give me for my birthday?
Sorry, I can't get what you kept saying earlier out of my head. I'm not gonna let you say it on. Shane is gonna get probably a new guitar.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? That'd be sick. Thanks, man.
So if anybody's out there listening and wants to hook Shane up with a guitar for his birthday,
that'd be sweet.
Or a microphone,
a 5'5",
a 5'5"
brunette.
Feel free to come hang out on his birthday. We're invited.
Yeah,
but you have to stay 6 feet away.
Where we live, we're allowed to have like 10 people in a group now, so parties.
Actually, I did see that Douglas County.
That's what I'm saying.
Douglas County is taking away their stay-at-home order altogether.
Really? It's at safer at home right now.
No, they're not. They're no longer safer at home. It's let's get fucked up at home.
Maybe. When is that?
Like next Monday, May 4th,
on
Star Wars Day.
What?
May the 4th be with you.
If it's Monday, then yeah, we're having a big ass party on my birthday.
No, that's called Coronavirus Central. We're not going to do that.
Yes.
Guys, stay safe. Stay 6 feet apart, please. And if you really want to stay 6 feet apart, please probably stay 7 feet apart. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm sterile.
Okay. Anyways,
SpongeBob.
I like it.
When you get sick with the suds, Patrick is his doctor. He walks in with gloves on.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Says, "Don't touch me. I'm sterile." And he has monk music playing in the background. It's like,
oh yeah.
And Patrick's trying to take care of him.
Yeah, SpongeBob was a classic. Except a lot of kids nowadays aren't allowed to watch SpongeBob.
It's because it's literally straight up fucking sex talk the whole time.
No, it's not.
It's literally the kids' version of South Park. It's like the clean version, like the underwater version of South Park. Welcome to Bikini Bottom, where we're gonna fuck shit up.
My Patrick store.
The panty raid.
Panty raid. I went to a. There's a band.
You went to a panty raid?
No, there's a band called Panty Raid or something like that.
Really?
That was the one
Where'd you go to?
concert I went to.
The tailgate.
That was like a techno concert or whatever, and it's called Panty Raid. Their band is called Panty Raid.
By techno, he means EDM or
EDM or whatever. But I went there and it was fucking crazy.
For you guys that
I had
know,
boots on. I had my cowboy boots on, and everyone was just on ecstasy, and I was just like, yeah.
For you guys that don't know,
It was in high school.
Techno is from the 90s. And if you really are really curious, go listen to like early Tiesto or Daft Punk.
Nice.
Early Tiesto is literally just beats. Like.
I like it. Anyways, get into the book here.
HGTV star.
HGV. Yeah,
You said HGTV. I hope you're using HGTV. It's 2020.
HGTV.
HG.
We are going to be reading for the month of May. Capital Gains. I said we will be reading for the month of May. Capital Gains by Chip Gaines. Smart things I learned doing stupid stuff. I like it. This is a #1 New York Times best-selling author.
That's a great dude.
The Magnolia Story. I like it.
Chip and Joanna Gaines. I think
this is what it says, introducing the book. This is what it says on the back. It said, you best read this. So we best read this. Okay. It says, in this semi-humble account of a man on a mission, Chip Gaines is living a proof of how one's fearless dedication and love for both business and family can redefine modern success. With his unrelenting spirit as both a coach and a trailblazer, aka Christian said that in episode 1.
You have to be a trailblazer, guys.
Trailblazer.
For those people that, the OGs that have been listening since episode 1 of Sun Tzu, you have to be a trailblazer. You know. If you know, you know.
It's true.
And trailblazing the shit up.
It says a few off-the-wall strategies to get things done and the boldness to go all in time and time again. Chip Gaines serves as a fitting poster child for entrepreneurs and risk takers all over the world. Here is the honest and often humorous account of Chip's personal journey in both business and in life. You can consider this his personal playbook. There's a decent chance you're going to find something you need in here too. Sorry, the beer was getting to me. And then he's got the quote, your purpose is just like mine. It's big and it's important. And there's no one else anywhere on the planet who can fulfill it. So quit messing around and go get them.
Go get them. Thank you, Chip.
I like it.
I'm a big fan of his TV show. I just remember the name of it, Fixer Upper.
Oh, yeah.
Because it literally just said it in the background of the book. But, yeah. I mean, you got to take risks. And with their show, they always are, flipping houses and stuff. And obviously, there's a lot more involved to it. And, he does quite a bit. For his wife, she kind of designs the house and he builds them.
Yeah.
But it made me think, taking risks, right?
Yeah. And Joanna says this, like she has her own little piece in the introduction. And she says in the last paragraph, it says, my hope is that when you read this book, you are reminded to not let your mistakes or shortcomings define you. In fact, I hope you see that these are the actual opportunities for you to choose to be the person you always hope to be. Enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the damn
I like
journey.
that. I like how she brings up you're reminded to not let your mistakes or your shortcomings define you.
Yeah.
I think that happens a ton in our life where we're failing at something, right? Like people fail at something and then they let their failures become who they are instead of saying hey, I bounced back and my successes became more great. And I think that's true. You can't everyone's gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna hit rock bottom. Everyone's gonna choose decisions that they didn't want to happen. But at the end of the day, you can't let that define you as a person. Right? You gotta stand up, be something bigger, and make something more out of your life. And like Chip says at the beginning, smart things I learned doing stupid stuff. The only time you start learning is when
you're
fail.
doing stupid stuff.
When you do stupid stuff. I learned to not do backflips off the wall anymore because I broke my fucking foot.
I learned to not play football anymore because I hit my head too.
So
you do learn, serious. You always learn stuff.
You do learn from the most emotional bad times, but I'm saying you do learn from good times too. But you definitely learn from a lot of failures, and we all know that.
Yeah, I mean, and the cool thing is you got to realize when you're going into whether obviously Chip's probably going to talk about this book, being an entrepreneur. I think you have to be able to accept the fact that you might fail when you go jump off that ledge into whatever venture you're going to be running down. Whether you're going to go start a business, you're going to go open a gym, you're going to start this or that, you have to just be ready that there is the absolute chance that you could fail. But if you don't go into it, and like the video that I posted the other day, of TJ Hunt,
your passion will take over.
Your passion's going to take over, and there's no room for failure when your passion is stronger than what your failure could be.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what he said.
No, that's pretty much what he said. That's why I like, the ending of it. Like, he said he was so passionate towards it that you literally put so much energy into it that failure is not an option.
Yeah.
And it becomes that you're going to succeed because you
go,
love
you
what
go,
you do
and
and
you go.
and you're passionate.
Yeah. And the thing too is like you don't have to look at everything as a failure, right? You could get to a point where you hit a wall and then you're just gonna have to climb the wall.
Oh yeah.
Or go around the wall.
Yeah.
Or dig under the wall. Whatever it is, take the damn sledgehammer to the wall, knock the shit down, and go continue to succeed.
When you get knocked down or you don't succeed at something, it's not really a failure. It's maybe a mistake and you learn from that mistake.
Yeah.
But you can't say that these are like big, or I failed at this, I failed at that. No, like you made a mistake or you just didn't come up to where your goal was.
Yeah.
Now you got to take another step and get to another point in life. So, yeah, that's huge that you got to stop taking like these failures and let them shape who you truly are, right?
Yeah.
So I like this. So he has an author's note in it that he wrote with his pen. And he said... Yeah, it's kind of fancy, honestly.
He
said,
I wrote in this.
Yeah, he literally wrote in this. Look.
It's handwritten by Chip.
It's handwritten.
It's probably not like
Chip game. No, it is. Like
I know, I get that, but like it's probably copied.
Well, yeah, it's copied. No, you didn't fucking write this in every
insane, bro.
No. Okay, but this is what he says.
Writing in Shane's book.
This is what he says. I've never been one to give luck much credit, but you got your hands on this book for a reason, or for one reason or another. So let's just assume this has happened for a reason. That said, for this period of time that we're together, I'd like to be your coach and have you on my team. I'll always shoot you straight. To start, your time as a spectator has officially ended. I'm putting you in the race. I want us to work this thing out together side by side. I'm going to run this leg of the race with you, but get ready because in the end, I'm going to hand you the baton. Sincerely, Chip.
Thanks for writing that, Chip.
I like that though.
Yep.
Like he says, I'm not just giving you, advice here. Like I'm actually trying to help you build what you're trying to build.
Yeah.
He's giving the advice to actually walk through it with you where like you can read a ton of books and it's like, okay, cool. Like I can take that as motivational and this might help and everything like that. But when you have someone who can help you side by side and say, okay, what's my next step? Okay, what do I got to think of? Okay, how do I start something? How do I start a business? He's an entrepreneur, and that's what's huge is where do you start? Well, you got someone by your side to actually help you start that. And like I said before, I read, I don't know, about like 20 pages of it, but it was really good. Like even just at the beginning, because he already started like when he was young and just kind of like what stupid stuff he was kind of doing, what he was talking about, like just being a kid and everything, and then eventually learning, okay, what else do I got to how do I become an entrepreneur? How do I look at the business side of things, but also live life? So
it's crazy that,
I like that.
That opens up with that, obviously, because if you've been listening for a while, you kind of know my story now. I was with a company and then, outgrew that one and ended up leaving, and then went from basically just being a strength coach to now owning Ironworks Performance and learning the business sides of things. And the cool thing was when I was with the previous company, Elite Speed, I learned so much on the business aspect of things, from things that shouldn't be doing to things that should be done, and kind of taking their mistakes and fixing them with my company and going right. And so learning the entrepreneurship and from a point where you didn't know shit, and now I don't even know as much as I probably should, but know enough to get going. That's the cool thing. And so I'm excited for this book to kind of talk us through that more and learn more. And it's always in one thing I think a lot of people don't really look into or really I wouldn't say believe in. You can learn more from not reading a damn textbook. Get out of your business marketing, your business school textbooks, and go
Oh,
read,
the world's
go
completely.
watch videos, go read books of people that have done this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, learn from the best.
Yeah.
That's simple as that. Like, learn who became successful. Yeah, like these books are good to give you like data and statistics and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you got to throw yourself in the fire.
Yeah.
We've talked
Well,
about
that's the
that a
thing.
lot.
You have to literally jump off the ledge, and I don't know if that's the right way to say it. You gotta go jump off the ledge, and you have to throw yourself in the fire. You're jumping off the ledge into the fire, okay?
I like that.
And you just have to go for it and
Yeah.
learn along the way. I
Yeah.
mean, I did.
You still-
Dude, I didn't know a damn thing about setting up a damn LLC before I went and did it, and
Yeah.
literally had to learn.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
guess what?
And sometimes
I still fucked it up
Yeah.
the first time I did it.
That's fine. And you have to learn, you have to put yourself through it to learn. But like John
Yeah.
said last time, like you do want to have preparation. Like you
Yeah.
do want to know that, okay, I'm trying to take the best steps I can before I throw myself into it.
Very much
That's
so.
fine. You got to have that mindset. But some things you do, like you literally have to have the experience first.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like say, because if you've never done it, then get some of the experience from someone else
Yeah.
to help you do it. You
Very
know?
much so.
And I like this. So this is actually just on page 5, just opening the book, and he has this little section. It says famous failures. Okay, so he's got 4 people in here: Walt Disney, Albert Einstein, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan. This is what he says about them right here, though. How this is a famous failure and how they became the success is this. He just tells them a brief story about their life. Walt Disney. He was told that he didn't have enough imagination and therefore was fired from his newspaper job at the Kansas City Star. Can you believe that? Walt freaking Disney. Yeah,
Does it say freaking Disney or fucking Disney?
it says freaking.
Oh, okay. I just was curious if Chip went there.
So, exactly like we said, you start somewhere, get fired from the newspaper job, become Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Boom, successful. Albert Einstein, the person who had allegedly didn't speak until he was 4 years old, didn't read until he was 7. Sound familiar? Basically invented science. It's true.
Boom.
Albert Einstein said, "Fuck you." That's literally what he told the world.
You guys, guess what, guys? I didn't read until I was 4.
Yeah.
7. I didn't talk until I was 4.
He said it didn't
Fuck
speak
you.
until he was 4. That's wild. That's wild. And then Oprah Winfrey, right? She was supposedly fired from her job as a reporter because she couldn't separate her emotions from her work. And wouldn't you know it, that same inability to separate work and emotion was the one quality that made us all fall in love with her. That attribute made her stand out among a world of journalists.
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. You get a trip to Disneyland. Nice.
I like that though. That one's good about Oprah Winfrey because in a world of so many jobs that are alike, or so many things that are alike, how do you stand out in your specific job?
Yeah.
How do you stand out as a coach?
Mm.
How do you stand out as a company owner? How do you stand out as a, whatever,
Yeah.
as a restaurant or something like that? You have to have something that is offered that is very rare.
Yeah.
And that's true. That's what Oprah Winfrey did. And that's why she's successful. And then he's got Michael Jordan, the man, the myth, the legend. He was cut from his high school basketball
Cut from
team.
his high school basketball
Still went on to become arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. You know he believed he could fly.
For you guys that don't watch
Wow.
have not watched the Last Dance, the first 4 episodes yet,
Yeah, I heard it's good.
it's super good. Just so everybody's aware, the Seattle Supersonics had a chance to draft this dude. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember, for some reason I remember this. They drafted a center instead.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan goes to the Bulls and wins championship after championship after championship after championship.
You just don't know. You just don't know. I mean,
Greatest of all time.
It was I forgot. There was multiple teams that could draft Tom Brady, and they passed him up.
Every team, bro. Every single team. This dude was drafted in the
That's what I'm
6th round.
saying. You just don't
I
know.
hate the dude.
It's hard.
I respect him, but
It's
I hate
hard.
him. And I only hate him because he beat the Broncos. Actually, no, I take that back. The Broncos are the only team that have a winning record against that dude.
Yeah. Well, here's
Fuck
the
you, Tom
thing.
Brady.
Here's the thing that when you put this in perspective, like Michael Jordan's story or something like that, the thing that I love and that I also hate about the sports world, and we've been at a higher level and understand some of the politics and everything like that,
Politics.
is all the numbers, right? Like, it's a numbers game, right?
It's a business. It's all numbers.
Yeah, it's a business, it's a number game. Like, what's your 40 time? What's your 10-yard shuttle? What's your vertical? What's your broad jump? Everything like that. Let's see what you can do. Like, they don't, when you see some of the great players, though, that had shitty, like, numbers, aka like Tom Brady, who was shit.
You're like a
It is called
5.040 is combine or some shit.
And
like
then people made fun of, I mean, he's early in it, but DK Metcalf, who had a shitty shuttle time, but then actually
Or like
smoked some people.
Christian McCaffrey benching 10 reps on
Yeah,
225.
bench 10 reps,
Who
right?
gives a flying fuck?
And then is one top 5 RB in the, one of the top 5 RBs
He
in the
just signed
NFL.
up the most,
Yeah.
the highest, he's the highest paid running back in the history of the NFL.
Yeah. But what
Crazy.
what I love is this, or what I hate is the numbers and everything. Sorry, my nose is just fucking stuff. Corona.
Allergies. Don't say corona.
I'm just kidding.
Allergies. Shane does not have coronavirus. I just want to make that aware. He's tested negative.
Pollen, man. It's the summer.
It's the spring.
Well, it's
April
almost summer.
showers did not bring any
Almost
May
summer. It's
flowers
gonna be
because
May.
It didn't rain at all.
I don't want to hear your little fucking nursery rhyme.
There's no nursery rhyme.
What'd you say? April showers. It's
Yeah, but it
spring.
said it's gonna be May, and guess what? Everybody's gonna think Justin Timberlake
I'm just kidding.
from freaking.
It's gonna
NSYNC.
be May. But what I hate, though, what I really hate about the sports world is they don't look at a lot of people's stories. There are some, but if you took Michael Jordan, let's say back in the day, you're looking at Michael Jordan and you're like, do we take this person in this draft? And what if you added almost an interview, a coach interview, like a coach and player interview? It would be tough because there's a lot of players that are in the draft,
Yeah.
like in football and stuff like that. But what if you added like a 5-minute coach interview? And the head coach got to sit down with you and you literally got to spill out your life to him in 5 minutes. Would that change a lot of these coaches' decisions? If Michael Jordan was up there and was like, I was cut by my high school basketball team. I worked my fucking ass off to get to where I needed to get, and like went through the story. I think as a coach it would change, because learning someone's story can change someone who plays on the field, the passion they put on the field, the
it would change
ability that they can put on
a
the field.
college coach's perception. But when it comes to the NBA or the professional level of sports, it's a numbers game. All they give a fuck about is, can you put the ball in the basket? Michael Jordan can put the ball in the basket. I don't think a single coach gave a shit about his, I got cut from high school basketball. I went to North Carolina and became one of the best players there. Big deal. You're in the NBA now, son.
Yeah, but I still think
Reminds me of
I
the
don't
scene
even
in
know-
Remember the Titans when Coach Kuhn walks in. Coach Boone.
yeah,
Coach Boone. I forget his name. Boone?
yeah.
Oh. Cool.
I get what you're saying, but I think you get to hear like these. They bring up these stories, and these coaches and these high level athletes, they end up having especially in the NFL and NBA, like the professional level, they have a good relationship. They build these relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you have this relationship, you do get to understand the person on a personal level. So I think it does become a lot more than what people think it really does. Like their background story is what I'm saying. So, like Michael Jordan's coach, I don't even know who the coach was. I'm not a big basketball.
The high school coach or what?
No,
NBA
the
coach?
NBA coach for the Bulls
He
at
had,
that time.
he had 3. I forget. The first one, he got fired, brought in a different guy. He got fired, and Phil Jackson came in.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like you still build these good connections with these coaches and players, and like that's still super important. And I think if you find you can learn a lot about somebody about learning about their past, right?
Yeah.
You are your past, like what you become is from a lot of things that you've gone through all the time, right?
Mm.
So to learn about these athletes, I think is more important than what a lot of people think. And if you learn bad things about them, like they weren't on time for meetings or something like that, they weren't disciplined, shit like that, and they just relied on their athletic ability, they make a lot of fouls on the court or on the field of play or something like that. They're whatever, this and that, bad at grades, stuff like that. You can still learn a lot about that player, and that's what can cause issues on a team, and that person can become someone that you're not looking for.
Yeah.
AKA, if you were thinking Antonio Brown, one of the most athletic
Field
players,
shit, man.
athletic guy to ever play football, one of amazing wide receiver, but caused so much shit because of who he was.
Yeah.
Right? And that's going back to like these backstories or like who they are as a person. So that's important. When you want a leader on your team, you got to find someone with a good personality.
Yeah.
You got to find someone who's gone through some shit, learned some shit, and now this is where they're at.
Yeah.
So I mean, every great person, every successful person in this life has a backstory of going through a failure or going through some shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Whatever it is, you know. So that's what's great to always hear about. But that's what I think how sports should change a little bit is just more read into the person, use the numbers, right?
Yeah.
But read into the person of like, okay, who is this person? They'll tell you a lot. Tell you a lot about their work ethic and stuff like that. So
think about this. I keep thinking of these movies, I don't know why. In Draft Day, that quarterback, the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner.
I haven't seen that in a while.
It's that whole scene where the quarterback's supposed to get drafted, and they call his coaches and find out that like none of his teammates showed up to his birthday, and then they realize he has a character problem, and he ends up dropping from the first pick to like the 14th pick, and so on and so forth. The whole character thing can change anything.
Yeah,
it's all about character.
It can.
So for you young athletes that are listening to this,
what's that?
Fix yourself.
That baseball movie, Trouble with the Curve, or something like that.
Yeah.
With is it Clint Eastwood who's blind?
Justin Timberlake.
Who's blind? And
he's not blind. He's not blind.
He's blind.
No. He's not blind.
Yes,
he becomes legally blind.
Yeah, he becomes legally blind.
He just had a hard time seeing because his vision was going.
Okay, legally blind.
Same thing.
Anyways, but what happens is those people are trying to draft that kid, right, at the top.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't draft him. He's telling, I forgot who he was working for, like the Astro, like something.
I don't remember what team it was.
But he's like, don't draft him. He has trouble with the curve, basically.
If he was looking
could
for
hear the ball.
Astros, they could, they're listening for the sounds in the background. Oh, he's throwing a curveball. Knock it out of the park.
But so he was like, right, don't go for this guy because he's seeing something different. But then all these guys are going off all these statistics.
All the numbers. And then it takes you to Moneyball. Everybody goes off
Moneyball. That's what I'm saying. Everyone goes off these numbers and they're like, oh, this guy. But how many times do you see busts all the time? In NFL too. First rounders.
Jamarcus Russell.
John Ross. Like all those first rounders. You know what I'm talking about? Tim Tebow. True. All these first rounders that were busts and busts. Because they go off of these numbers, and then all of a sudden, now injuries, playing, whatever, stuff like that. But I'm just saying, there is a lot of issues that go on where, like, then you get these fourth rounders that are freaking studs, right? Especially if we went into the NFL, hold it up on our phone right now.
Chris Harris
said, who are the best players who were drafted in like fourth round? Who are the best players who were drafted third round?
Yeah.
First round,
look at
stuff
the
like that.
Broncos, dude. Look at the Broncos. Shannon Sharp, drafted in the 5th or 6th round. Dude's in the Hall of Fame. Chris Harris will be in the Hall of Fame. Philip Lindsay, hell of a running back. I don't know if he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's only been in the league for 3 years. Yeah. He's going into his 3rd year. Right?
It's wild. There's
like
a ton of people.
Terrell Davis was like a 7th round pick. Was going to get cut. Decided that he was going to go home. Got talked into staying. Blew some dude up on a kickoff, and then guess what? 2 weeks later, he's a starter, goes and wins 2 Super Bowls with the Broncos, and guess what? Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there's a ton of teams.
Yeah.
In every professional sport that go late round or whatever, and then all of a sudden become a great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that just takes into consideration that's not all about numbers. There's a lot of different things that play into it. So, anyways.
Thanks for listening.
You got any more about the book or anything?
I don't
Read along with us this
Yeah.
month, right? We bring it in, read along with us, drink some beers with us. We'll have a beer every week, like we said. The beer of the week,
Yeah.
the book of the month. We read it throughout the whole month. If you
We
guys,
got some Tivoli beers coming this month. So today we went through with the Hellas Lager. Next week we're going with another one. Following week we're going with another one. We're gonna get 3 Tivolis this month. I don't know how many weekends or weeks are in the month of May. Hopefully enough to have a lot of beer.
get some wings on the show, dude. That sounds good.
Yeah, we're gonna get some wings. We're gonna have a wing night here with Books and
Dude,
Brewskies.
we're gonna smoke
We're
up some
gonna
wings.
smoke up some
We're gonna
wings.
make our own spices.
Check out the YouTube channel for that because
Oh, yeah.
guess what? We're gonna vlog it. Because guess who bought a GoPro?
I like it.
GoPro. Thank you. Hashtag ad.
All right, well, join with us next week. We'll have some special guests coming in town.
Hey, and thanks guys for listening for 15 weeks. For you guys that have been here since day one.
Yeah.
And if you're new, thanks for listening.
Yep. And we'll get some
Awesome sauce.
entrepreneurs on this show
Awesome
for this
sauce.
month. All right, have a good one.
Have a